Hello, my name is Jenna Kramer. I worked on this simulation project with two other classmates, and we were on the red team. Although we ended the simulation with about $2 million less in profits than the green team, we had more cumulative earnings and worked to pay down long-term debts. So for this simulation, our subject was Pilson's, who manufactures antioxidants and painkillers. Their markets are in the United States, Finland, and France. The industry is, they have a large share in the Finnish market, but room to grow and increase their market share in the United States and France. The goals are to grow market share and increase operating efficiencies. And for consumer demands, customers really would like the quality and to have the availability of both the antioxidants and the painkillers. And the main products that Pilsen works with is their Andiox, which are antioxidants, and Rubana, which is their painkillers. Next, we'll look at the trend analysis for Pilsen. So for revenue, and our red team is the red line going through the chart. Net sales was on an increasing trend as the Pilsens grew their supply and increased their market presence. Declines in revenue took place between year 2 and 3 due to new competition entering the market for antioxidants. A decline also took place from year 4 to year 6 because a new study stated that painkillers are addictive, which scared customers and reduced demand for the Rubana product. The last decline came from year 7 to 8 due to antioxidants and the lack of following because of a study stating that the antioxidants actually don't improve people's health. But overall, revenue increased by $22 million. As far as global profits go, they increased as the Pilsens opened new production facilities and spent more on better machinery to increase operating efficiencies. Similarly to the revenue declines on the prior slide, profit declines took place for the same reasons. So earnings before interest and tax margin was at 34%, with sales just north of $90 million, earning a profit of almost $21.8 million. Total variable costs were around $25 million, with more variable costs incurred for the Rubana product due to increased production sites and machinery, and fewer variable costs for the Andiox products, the antioxidant. Variable production costs per unit were at $117.5 and $118.5 for Rubana, depending on in Finland or in the US, and $71 and $71.8 for Andiox in either Finland or the US. Cumulative earnings is an area where the red team actually increased more than the green team, with just short of $130 million. Pilsens ended with their cash at $48.75 million and no short-term debt. As far as the income statement goes, this is a great spot to be able to see where some of the costs took place. And the Pilsens spent quite a bit on building and machinery to increase operating efficiencies, which is one of the challenge areas for this company. They also spent money on advertising and customer care to ensure that customers know the quality of the product and the benefits that Pilsen products have to their customers. Operating profits finished at just under $31 million. And each year, Pilsen used operating profits to pay down long-term debt, especially in the years the company did well. This debt causes risk for the company and should be paid off every time Pilsen has operating profits. The final profit at the end of year 8 was over $21 million. Pilsen's balance sheet had over 77 million units in inventory, that is ready to be sent off to various global markets. As stated before, Pilsen worked to pay down long-term debt and the increase in retained earnings shows operating profits in year 8. Unfortunately, Pilsen has less cash than inventory, therefore their overall liquidity isn't as liquid as it actually seems. Since the statement of cash flows is a combination of the balance sheet and income statement, you can see that Pilsen paid down some of their long-term debt, which increased liquid assets from January 1st, decreased liquid assets from January 1st to December 31st in year 8. Total cash flow before financing was $2.7 million. For our key ratios, the gross margins look very impressive at 72% with net profits of almost 24%. Pilsen is in a great equity position with an equity ratio of over 71%. Their current ratio is also very impressive at 49.3%. As far as projections go, I see the antioxidant demand increasing globally based on health concerns of people across the world and wanting to ingest more products that are less harmful to our body, like the painkillers and the study that we talked about earlier. I would also plan to continue to pay down the long-term debt due to that risk of decreased profits along the way for various reasons, but having less debt is always better long-term debt. I also continue to leverage the locations with the best building and machinery opportunities depending on the countries and the economy. And I would also project that the company will continue to grow the United States market share. So for the SWOT analysis, the company started with strengths, having their Finland market presence was very high. They also were a long tenured company starting in 1865, so they're well known, their brand is known in the market. They also have families running the company, which means that there's some more passion and they really are willing to stick through things and try to make the best decisions for the reputation that they have within their family. And then painkillers will always be used, as there will always be pains for people. For weaknesses, the cost efficiencies in their operation, the location of their production, and the number of production facilities. For opportunities, the US market is a big opportunity, and the emergence of antioxidants actually working and people buying into them. And then also their family management creates an opportunity that as people grow up in the family, they can learn more and branch out, help the company branch out and be more creative with maybe their products and more innovative as well. As far as threats go, currency fluctuations throughout the global economy are always a threat. New technologies or medical discoveries that could potentially put the painkillers or antioxidants out of business, and also government regulations in the marketplaces where these products are sold and also where they produce the products. And really from the beginning of this simulation to the end, the medical studies and technology definitely made an impact on the demand for the Pilsen's products. Throughout the 8 years, the US dollar strengthened and weakened, and so did the euro. So both of those threats actually took place, and we saw a change in demand. The strengths still remain, but now cost efficiencies on the operating side have increased and can be removed from the weakness list. New opportunities would include breaking into other European markets and North American markets, as their current production sites could easily service these additional markets due to the close proximity of their customers and those production sites. Thank you very much. I thoroughly enjoyed this project and learning how a production company would work. Thank you.